love to the universe. And I say love to the universe because I believe in karma. That's just me. You don't have to believe in karma if you don't want to. I'm not trying to push my beliefs on anybody else. I'm just telling you what I believe. And I believe in karma because karma has this principle called you get in what you put out into the universe, you will get it back. So I put love onto the universe by saying love to the universe. So I'm projecting my love to the universe. And in return, I'm expecting to receive love back because that's how karma works. You get what you give. So love to the universe, and the universe will love me back. And when I speak of the universe, I don't just mean the solar system, the sun, the stars, the sky, the moon, the planets. I don't just mean the universe in that sense. I mean the universe in that sense plus much more. I mean everything inside the universe. I'm talking about the people in the universe, the animals in the universe, the money in the universe. I'm talking about everything inside the universe. My family in the universe, okay? So love to the universe and everything in it because I want to receive the love back. See, so I'm starting these installments and I'm starting these installments because right now I'm currently in a household of 4, and according to the numbers, we live in poverty. I've lived in poverty all my life. But throughout the years, I always had a feeling that this ain't for me. This ain't for me. It ain't for my family. This ain't gonna get us closer to our goals. Which 2 of my goals, which matter of fact, I'll put another installment up on my top 10 goals as of right now, but that's for a later time. But for right now, I just want to talk about this money, my current state, and I want y'all to walk with me if you've ever felt like dirt poor and the world is against you. You know, you could always email me at timtheruler856 at gmail.com. That's TIMTHERULE 856 at gmail.com. You can leave your name and your phone number or your email address, which I'll get it. And I could always reply to you whenever I get these emails or these phone numbers. And we could kind of talk and build together because what I'm trying to do is I'm out here networking, trying to put together a team of people who aren't born with all the privileges that everybody else is born with. So we could build and do something together to make this money. Because according to some of my sources, only 5% of people generate generational wealth. And like I told you, I will be putting another installment up shortly of what my 10 current plans are, which one of them is to generate generational wealth. And some of you may say, how am I going to do that if I have a family of 4 and I'm living in poverty? According to the numbers, poverty starts at $32,000 annually for a family of 4. But that's why I said something got to change. I'm tired. I'm fed up with living in poverty. I lived in poverty all my life. Even when I was making money, I was making the wrong kind of money. I was young. I didn't make the right investments. So I lost some years. I lost some money. I lost some family, and I lost some friends in the journey. But this is what I call like a roller coaster, this life, this journey of ours. Some days you're up, some days you're down. But as long as you stay the same, it'll all come back around. And I say that because in life, sometimes you're doing good. And when it's good, it's good. You forget about all the past. You forget all about the bad. It's just good. But when it's bad, I know it gets bad. The lights get cut out. No heat. No food. And from what I've been learning about food, food has a direct correlation on the way we think and perceive the world and project. And if we're feeling on the inside upset, then we're going to project our feelings upon the world, which are negative feelings, and we're going to get negative results in return. And speaking of feelings and going back to the beginning about love, another reason why I say love to the universe, because love is the most powerful emotion. So just remember that, guys. Love is the most powerful emotion. So yeah, back to this wealth building. I'm currently in poverty right now, but I'm okay with myself because deep down inside, I know the actions that I'm going to take over the next couple weeks, couple days, couple weeks, couple months, couple years of my life, the actions that I will be taking, I will be benefiting greatly from. And I can guarantee you I won't be in poverty no more. Now, speaking of poverty, a single person making only $15,000 a year, that's poverty. A family of 4 making only $32,000 a year, that's poverty. So right now, and my whole 31 past years, my whole 31 years of existence, I've been living in poverty. But do you see a worry on my face right now? And right now, I have 2 kids and a beautiful wife, a son and a daughter. And I'm just going to nonstop grind until I get this money. And I'm not talking about no 50,000, 80,000. I'm talking about I want to generate wealth. And in fact, I want to generate generational wealth, meaning I have so much wealth that I would never spend it in my lifetime. I have so much wealth that I could pass it down to my kids and have them pass it down to their kids. I want to be able to set up for 7 generations down the line. I want to make so much money in my lifetime. I want to create so much money. I want to generate so much money in my lifetime that for the next 7 generations, they don't have to go to work physically. Now, of course, when you don't have to work physically, we all know you got to put that work in mentally. And that's where all the real work is, mentally. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to start putting more mental focus on getting out of poverty. Once again, my email is Once again, my email is timtheruler856@gmail.com. TimTheruler856@gmail.com. Now, back to this money talk. Because that's what we're talking about, right? Money. We're talking about how I grew up poor in poverty, and I'm still currently poor and in poverty. But I'm talking about generating massive wealth. And it starts first with the mindset. So we got to clear the drawing board. We're going to write down our 10 goals, our 10 current goals, and we're going to start accomplishing them. And like I said, my next installment, I will be talking about my top 10 goals, my top 10 current goals. So, yeah, this money. I need to get this money, and it starts with the mentality. So what I'm going to start doing from this point forward, and what I challenge every one of you to do from this point forward, because mind you, I want to take a team full of people who are every day going to work, struggling, working hard but still struggling, not generating wealth. I want to bring you all on board. So I'm giving you the opportunity to watch me grow from right now. Sky's the limit. Ain't no telling where I'm going to go take this. I know I'm not taking this no more. I'm not sitting here in this situation no more. What I'm going to do from this point forward is I'm going to start looking myself in the mirror, because it starts with me. Your own life, your own situation, your own circumstances, your own feelings, your own thoughts, that all starts with you. Remember that. So I'm going to start taking the initiative to create and generate generational wealth in my household. And if you want to be part of this team, if you want to give a donation, if you want to give me your phone number so I can give you a phone call and we could just talk and put our ideas together, you hit me up, send me an email, timtheruler856@gmail.com. TIMTHERULER856@gmail.com. That's timtheruler856@gmail.com. So yeah, this money talk, this money conversation, we got to start having more money conversations. And I want to say just our poor communities. I don't care if you're white, black, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Asian, I don't care. Young, old, male, female. If you're poor and you got kids, you got a family to raise, and you're trying to do something with your life and you just don't know how, you just don't have the strength, you don't have the motivation, you don't have the insight, send me an email with your name and your phone number at timtheruler856@gmail.com. TIMTHERULE 856@gmail.com. So now we're talking about generating wealth. And like I said, it's all in the mind. So we got to create top 10 goals. So I'm going to go create my top 10 goals. I'll get back to you on my next installment with my top 10 goals. Another thing we got to do more, we have to read more, because readers are leaders and leaders are readers. And most of the millionaires and billionaires and most of the entrepreneurs, a lot of them didn't even graduate high school nor go to college. And if they did, that's cool too. And I'm only saying that not to say that going to school is no good. I'm only saying that to say that there's no limitations on, oh, I didn't go to school, I didn't get my GED, I'm poor and broke, and I'm not going to be able to make it rich. There's no limit. There's no more, none of that mindset. No more negative talk. No more nonsense. No more time for nonsense. We're going to talk this positive talk. So I'm going to start writing goals again, because when I seen I did that, it helped me stay focused. It allowed me to be successful. But I wasn't all the way successful. I was just successful to what I thought. Success is only what you feel success is. It's what you think it is. Some people might think getting a job, having a little car, little rented apartment, that's success. That's cool. I once that to me, when I was at a point in my life, that was successful to me. But now I have outgrown that. Now I need more success. I want more success. I want success for my kids, my wife, my family, my friends, and the next 7 generations down the line from me. So I need a lot of success. So it starts with the thought process. Another thing starts with, we talked about reading. I touched on reading. Reading is important because that's what most entrepreneurs do. That's what most millionaires and billionaires do. Still to this day, they read. Even though they got a lot of money, they still do a lot of reading. I heard to keep up with the Kiplinger's magazine and the Forbes, because those magazines talk about money. That's what we want to talk about. We don't want to talk about nothing negative, only positive. Particularly about this money. We want our bank accounts to be positive. If you're like me right now, I have a little credit card debt. I'm trying to purchase a home. Got a little pre-approval. I have a little landscaping business I just started about 5 years ago, but it's only been on paper for 2 years. This is the second completed year. I could show you how to do that. I also cut hair, but I just started that too. And, with doing that part-time and doing landscaping part-time, I haven't had the time to do either one of them full-time and fully nourish and grow my businesses. But I'm coming back to full circle with all of that right now. Starting from this point forward, I'm going to start being a better businessman, better business-minded person. So from this point forward, I'm going to start being a better business-minded businessman. If that makes any sense to you guys, which hopefully I hope it does. Anyway, we're just talking about this money. So how I'm going to start being successful is my top 10 goals. I'm going to come back to you with them. I'm going to start reading more from this point forward. I will read a lot of stuff on different entrepreneurs. I will get into their world. So it'll be sort of like, that's who I'm chilling with. That's who I'm hanging around with all day. That's who's on my mind. These millionaires and all the moves they made and took, and billionaires and entrepreneurs. And I get to learn from them. I get to learn from the successful people who have success, who have experience. I don't need to be learning from these people who don't have money, because I know how not to have money. I don't need that. I need to be learning from these people who have money and experience of getting money. And I'm not talking about no $100,000 money. I'm talking about a minimum of $150,000 yearly and more. That's minimum talk. To be honest, I'm really trying to make millions. But we're going to start, like I said, short term. We're going to start in steps. There's levels to this. So we're going to take goals, and they're always going to constantly change and be needing to be updated and renewed and stuff. So yeah, starting right now, I'm gonna start with 150,000 because I don't even have 100,000. Barely make 50,000. So I want to start generating 150,000 from here to the near future. I ain't even gonna put a time limit on it, but what I will do is say, walk with me. I will be reading more books. Okay. That's where all the work's at, reading these books. That's where all the work's at when you're wealthy anyways, being smart enough to invest your money in the right places, okay? So reading. Right now, to let you know, to give you insight into my world, because that's what this is all about. I'm trying to give you insight into my world, how I'm doing I'm actually below level right now. I'm in debt. I don't make too much money. And I don't know how I'm going to make this money that I'm talking about, but I do know that there's billions and trillions of dollars out there. I could get my hands on a couple mil. Okay? So I could give you a quick background of why I feel that way. Okay? But so we're going to read more books. We're going to eat healthier. And real quick, just to let you know, I'm currently reading a book on Jay Prince. I'm currently reading the book, so I don't have too much detail about it because I just started a couple days ago. But he was very business minded and he generated a lot of wealth, and he still is to this day. And in case you don't know who Jay Prince is, because at first I didn't even recognize, but most likely probably because he was making money and I wasn't, and that's why I wasn't around those type of people making money, so I wasn't hearing of those names. But he's the founder, the creator of Rap-A-Lot Records. One of Biggie's favorite famous rhymes, I ain't from Houston, but I rap a lot. Yeah, that's Rap-A-Lot Records from Houston. Scarface and the Ghetto Boys. Rap-A-Lot Records, okay? Still to this day, they surviving, okay? So I'm reading this book. It's giving me a lot of insight into the way how Jay Prince approached the game, how he thought, what moves he made. So that's just one of the books I'm currently reading. You could go pick up your copy. The Art and Science of Respect by Jay Prince, and it's forwarded by Drake. Because in case you don't know, Jay Prince's son found Drake on MySpace, and Jay Prince's son, with their massive amount of money, they flew Drake out to Houston and got his career, off the ground. I'm going to start reading more from this point forward. Once again, if you want to build with me on a more personal level, you send me your email, you send me your phone number in an email with your name. You email me at timtheruler856@gmail.com. That's TIMTHERULE856@gmail.com. Okay, so I'm going to read more books. I'm going to start eating healthy again. Okay, and I'm not just talking about eating less. I'm talking about eating healthy. I'm talking about healthy, like healthy, super healthy, alkaline electric healthy, okay? So if you want more knowledge and information on what alkaline electric foods are and why, once again, email me at timtheruler856@gmail.com, TIMTHERULE856@gmail.com, timtheruler856@gmail.com. Alkaline electric. You could get healing through nutrition. You could get healing through breathing. You could get healing through colors. You could get healing through a lot of different sources. Okay, so we're going to read more books, get our minds strong. Okay, keep our minds strong. We're going to eat alkaline electric, get our body on the inside strong. Okay, because we need our mind and body to work together. Another way we're going to get our body strong is we're going to start working out again every night, every day. Start working out again. And I don't care if it's weights that you do. I don't care if it's just body weight training, only calisthenics, which is what I do. My workouts mostly consist of body weight workouts. Seldom that I go to the gym. It's very seldom that I use the weights. And when I do, I only touch them anyway, a little bit. So we eating healthy and exercising to get our body in shape. We're reading. And we're not just reading dumb stuff, the newspaper. We're not just reading the Source magazine. We're not just, even though nothing's wrong with the newspaper, nothing's wrong with the Source, but it's not getting me closer to any ideas that may help me. It's not helping me with my financial situation is what I'm saying. Even though you may think, well, you're reading a book on Jay Prince right now. How's that getting you closer? Because you know what? That's sharpening my mind frame. That's sharpening my mind state. I'm learning from another entrepreneur making millions and millions of dollars for years how he did it. So to me, and I got it from one of my entrepreneur mentors, who he's not making millions of dollars a year, but he's making 80 grand a year. And he has over 100 grand in investments tied up. And he's from the same place where I'm from. And if you know where I'm from Vineland, and I'm from Vineland, New Jersey. And where I'm from, we call it crime land. And it's nothing but poverty out here anyway. Even the surrounding cities are poverty stricken cities. The whole county, Cumberland County, Vineland, Bridgeton, Millville, poverty. Okay, so I grew up in poverty. All my neighbors were living in poverty. My whole neighboring town is in poverty. So all I know is poverty, but I'm learning wealth through other people like Jay Prince. I'll even give another shout out to Brother Polite. Dr. Sebi on the health tip. Like, I'm giving you away my resources so that you could go check them out, see for yourself how empowering they are. Now, of course, you could get the information, like I'm giving you information, but it's more on how you apply it in the real world. See, so I take this information, I learn about health, I learned about alkaline electric through Dr. Sebi and Brother Polite. So when I watch a lecture, or I learn from them, or I do research and I do my readings, I actually apply it in my real life the next day. And I even feed the idea to my household members, my wife and my 2 kids. And I even feed the idea to my family and friends. Okay? And they even be like, Tim, you bugging. I'm like, nah, I ain't bugging. I'm living, okay? I'm about to get rich, okay? I'm about to get wealthy, okay? I'm not bugging. I would be bugging if I allowed myself to stay in the mind frame of I'm gonna just be poor forever, because I've been poor forever, and some people are just poor, and I have to accept that I'm one of them. That's not the lifestyle I want to live, so I'm doing what I gotta do to change that. And one of the things I gotta do to change that is read more, eat more healthier, exercise more, okay? Those are top 3 things, okay? Be a better family man, okay? Because sometimes I'm out there chasing the money because I got my landscaping business started, so I got to try to build that, okay? And then I miss out on the opportunity to be with the family. Or sometimes I lose myself in all my thoughts and emotions, and either way, whatever, I don't want to bring up the negatives, because remember, we're going to stay positive. Either way, I want to be a better. We're going once again into my 10 goals. We're going to touch on it a little bit now, but we're going to really touch on it in my next installment. But, being a better person overall, period. Because I want you to watch my next video when I really talk about my 10 goals. Being a better person, we have to work on our language. First of all, let's go a step further, a step back. Before the words come out of our mouth, they're in our mind as a thought. So we got to work on our thoughts. We have to work on our thoughts so that we don't speak into existence the wrong life. Okay, so we want to work on our thoughts so that we don't speak into existence a negative life. Because remember, dealing with karma, whatever you put out, whether it be verbal or mental or physical action, whatever you put out into the universe is what you're going to get back in return. So we're not doing that. We're not doing that over here. We're going to watch what we say. We're going to think better thoughts. We're going to say better words. We're going to take better actions. Okay, we're going to make the phone calls we got to make. We're going to stay on top of our game. We're going to get the rest we need. We're going to balance our life. We're going to have family life, family time, time with the kids, time with the wife. We're going to have time for ourselves. We're going to work out. We're going to read. We're going to eat healthy. Okay. And this is going to be a long journey. This is going to be a fun journey, though. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited to see this journey of life, because I'm about to let it unfold on TV, YouTube TV. We starting from ground zero, from scratch. And I'm going to tell you every step that I take, to make my situation and my circumstances better. Hopefully I can help people who are in similar situations or even worse or even better. Hopefully I can just help people, because that's one of my goals too. I'm not, I don't want to keep saying all my goals now, but just stay tuned for that video. But if you want to speak to me in a more personal conversation, once again, the email is timtheruler856@gmail.com. That's timtheruler856@gmail.com. TIMTHERULER856@gmail.com. So yeah, we're gonna read more. We're gonna work out. We're gonna eat more healthy. We're gonna continue to learn about finance. See, I'm actually currently, that's another thing. I'll be reading, and then I'll be racing to the computer, to the internet, to learn about finances and learn about the financial world. Okay, so we're going to learn more about the financial world every day. We're going to study finances every day. We're going to read every day. We're going to read on entrepreneurs, about other entrepreneurs. We're going to read the books that other entrepreneurs read. And we're going to read about health. And we're going to read about finances. So we're going to be doing a lot of reading. And we're actually going to take these principles that we learn and we're going to practice them in real life every day and apply them. We're going to practice being a better person, whether it be a better son, better brother, better uncle. We're just going to be a better person all the way around, better landscaper. And by the way, my landscaping business is called Lyrics Lawn Care, LLC. The reason why I call it Lyrics Lawn Care is because when I created it 5 years ago, and 2 years ago, I actually registered it through the state. But when I created it, it was just an idea. It was a thought. And I didn't even write it down. It was just a thought. So I had, at the time, I believe it was 2012, I had caught some charges. And they were felony charges. I was selling drugs, crack cocaine, because, that's the area I'm from, poverty. So it's a lot of drugs. It's a lot of drugs, guns, violence, alcohol. Okay? Not a place to be. Not even a place that should be existing. But we're going to turn this around and make it positive, okay? Make violent beautiful again, okay? So 2012, I was selling drugs, got caught up. Got a felony charge. Had to change my ways. I ain't going front. I went out to, all these workforces, try to get a job. Couldn't get a job because of the background. The jobs that I could get, I wasn't trying to settle for because I was making more. I was used to making more money at that time. And I was accustomed to making a lot of money for about 5 or 6 years straight, selling crack, coke, weed, and wet. I was making a lot of money, so for me to get paid $10 an hour, I wasn't trying to hear that. The places that I was trying to get jobs at, where they was paying decent, they wouldn't hire me because of the background. So I took my last couple $100. I hit my cousin up. Who's a barber. Shout out to Angel. He's a barber. I hit him up, and he had been cutting hair for quite some time. And I asked him, I said, how much do I need just to get the bare minimum to start cutting hair tomorrow? So he told me about $200, $250 or something. I took about $250 to the beauty supply store, got a whole list of items that he told me to get, a whole list of tools that he told me to get. Then from there, I just started watching online videos, learning how to cut hair. I'm not even going to front. Shout out to Jay the Barber. Shout out to Raj the Barber. Shout out to Sneed the Barber. Shout out to Chuco the Barber. Enrique the Barber. Like, there's so many barbers that I was watching online. Shout out to all the barbers that are online that right now, the list is long for me to keep giving these shout outs to all these barbers. But the barber industry, I love you. You showed me a lot of love back. And this is still the beginning. But yeah, I was self-taught. I just watched these videos over and over and over and over again until they became second nature to me. Then when I was cutting hair, it felt like I already knew what to do. So I just did it. So I told myself how to cut hair. Then that same year of 2012, no, a couple months later, so that year of 2012, yeah, that same year of 2012, so that summer of 2012, I had a job offering from a friend of my wife's family. And he used to make money, white boy. And I appreciate this guy, but I'm gonna tell you a story about him. So shout out to Richie. Um, he was a dope head. I didn't even know this at the time how serious his problem was, but check this out. Check how I got put onto my own landscaping business. Dealing with this dope head, right? So, because mind you, all my surrounding cities, it was, poverty. But anyway, so Rich asked me to come work for him. He would give me $10 an hour for 8 hours out the day at a time that I was struggling, where I didn't have any job, couldn't get a job at the time because of my record, and I was just learning how to cut hair, and that's the only income I was having because I stopped selling the drugs, because that's what got me in trouble. So wifey was working. She was, big shout out to wifey. She held it down those years that she had to go to work and I had to stay home, not making any income. Big shout out to wifey. But Richie put me on, yeah. So I come work with him. Hold on. Yeah, so Richie, he put me to work. I worked about all right, my first job with him, it was a $2,600 job. And all I was doing was pulling out dirt and debris, leaves, and the weeds out of flower beds. I was just pulling weeds and leaves out of flower beds. The next day, he had to go get a whole big bucket load of mulch, and we had to dump and spread mulch. That's it. He gave me $160 in 2 days. And I was like, cool, man. I was really digging it, so I came back. So on day 2 or 3, we're working, spreading the mulch. He just comes. He's like, all right, Tim, come on, pack it up. We're leaving. I'm like, what happened? He's like, I just got a quote. The neighbor wanted me to do their yard next. So I took half the money up front. This is what he was doing. He was taking half the money up front, charging for materials. Then it was about another $2,600 job. So he had $1,300 cash up front. He paid me for the day, and we only been there for about 2 hours. And I thought, damn, that was powerful. $80 he gave me, and I only worked for 2 hours. He said, we're going to Camden. I was like, oh, I gotta go home. He was like, take this ride or whatever. I was like, nah. So anyway, he took me home. He went off to Camden, him and his cousin. They went and copped a couple bundles of dope. They kept it real. So the next day I'm at work with him, and I'm pulling up, and I'm in his car. We're pulling up to the yard, and I get out, and these guys are wrapping the seatbelt around their arm, shooting up dope right in front of the 2 houses that just combined paid him $5,200 combined, and he's shooting dope right in front of their property. And I looked and I said, wow, I seen some crazy shit, but damn, this nigga